Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Arizona Cardinals and the Denver Broncos. And off we go from Denver. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. This defense for the Broncos, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Murray. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Couple of Oklahoma teammates there. Murray to Brown for a Cardinal first.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Play action. Now it's Murray. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Murray's throw here complete into the hands of Ertz. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
That coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there, and how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Now Murray. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Michael O.J. Mudia. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Extra point from McManus is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Murray trying again after the pick six. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss. Kingsbury's saying, hey, let's take another look at that. He's going to throw down the challenge flag. First down, a run with Cohen. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Cohen gets it again on 2nd. Oh, he's got a little daylight. 20, 10, and he's got this all the way down to the 5-yard line. 51 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. So down inside the 5-yard line, I have to say, really just a poor job defensively there.
You're exactly right. As a former defensive back, that was not played well at all. But give credit to the offense and give credit to the guy running the football. He gets it down all the way inside the 5.
They try again with Cohen. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
Second and goal from inside the 5. They'll try to counter here. Cohen. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Tariq Cohen, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point good by Prater. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their own 16. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Wilson. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. A couple of veterans. Wilson to Sutton there for the Bronco first. is Wilson. That's out to the flat for Gordon. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Wilson to throw. He'll get that complete to Albert O. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Give him 30 yards there. These two teams all tied after one. Now Gordon on first down. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Wilson. That's going to be caught. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Jerry Jeudy with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Broncos have moved out in front.
Dan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
McManus now for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. First carry for James Conner. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The tackle there by LaMarcus Joyner. A free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Murray. Ertz has it left side. Powers through it. Finding room in midfield. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. That was tremendous effort, especially after the catch. Breaking through tackles, fighting for extra yards.
So was that just great effort? Or were there a lot of missed tackles?
Yeah, the defense did help him a bit.
Yeah, he certainly did, but let's focus on the positive. He made it happen.
On the draw, this is Cohen. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. 63 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Cohen. And he gets it down to the 32. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
The run between the tackles with Cohen. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working. But how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
And now Murray's going to set up to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Well, no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
Prater's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is, you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game, tell all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone.
Cohen gets it again on 2nd. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. 75 yards rushing here for Cohen. He's got a first down. Murray flips his forward on a jet sweep. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12.
A Nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
On 2nd and 9, Murray. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Zach Ertz, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Cards will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Now Prater to add the PAT. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. With his slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Play action. Now Wilson. And that's going to be caught by Sutton. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And the Cardinals are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Well, those have been a problem for them all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. A gain of 3, 2nd down. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point, and now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They go play action now. Wilson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way home for a Broncos score.
He's got his side in. It's all the way to Waverdown.
69 yards.
And the Broncos have retaken a third-quarter lead.
That was a nice little setup there off play action for the long touchdown pass.
Yeah, I've got to tell you, it brings back bad memories for a guy like me as a former defensive back, because in a playbook I knew a long time ago, we described that play pattern as draw pass 9 go, meaning fly pattern after the play action pass, try and hit him through the deep ball. And boy, were they successful on that one. So tough because his speed is so great, you've got to make sure you don't miss any cues or keys in order to try and keep up with him.
Draw pass 9 go. That's still a nightmare to this day?
Yeah, I still wake up in the middle of the night and feel the guy going past me.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll run up the middle with Cohen. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Murray now on first down. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Randy Gregory has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to get in the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block him. They were on him in a hurry.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Murray. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. It makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
Throwing on first down is Murray. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Here's Murray. The screen pass here to Cohen. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that'll bring up a third down and very long. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
Now on third and forever, he'll look to throw. Going deep for Hopkins. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Here's Andy Lena. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Now they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Here's a give up the middle. It's Gordon. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On third down, Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked by Trayvon Mullen.
And the Cards are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Murray going to throw. Looking for Ertz, but it's intercepted.
Picked up by Michael O.J. Mudia. And the Broncos will have solid field position here as they take over at the 45-yard line.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. What sideline. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now.
Goes all the way to the 30. A big play there on the catch and run. And the Broncos are going to have a new set of downs. They go play action with Wilson. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by Deontay Thompson. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
On the handoff, it's Cohen. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw, it's Murray. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now Murray off play action. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
They're not out of it yet, but in order to come back, they need to play clean football the rest of the way. He makes the correct read there, passing on challenging a blanket coverage and getting the first down with his legs instead.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Murray's going to keep it again. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Bradley Chubb came in and got him.
Well, sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face, because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
On 2nd and 12, Murray. Oh, no, he lost the football. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
They went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, what the quarterback has to do, this is all blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll try and grind some clock with Gotw. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Gordon. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. This is Gordon as they go to him again. 41 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Good gain there on first down, and keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. That's a jet sweep. Wilson with a little pop pass. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
CD, you know he's got great options of wide receiver, tight end, but there he looks to the backfield, and it results in a touchdown.
I love how you laid that out. So many options. You maybe forget about some of the ones that you should be covering. And they made them pay with that one, didn't they? You forget about the guys in the backfield, they're eligible too.
McManus's point after is good, and that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown here. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. And the Broncos get there and take him down. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing up all game long.
Third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Well, this is getting close to a no-win situation now. They've got one final shot. They're on their end of the field, and it's 4th and long. This might require a little extra razzle-dazzle to get it done.
Now Murray's got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Oh, Wilson going to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4.
Wilson. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw pulled in by Hopkins.
And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that will bring up 2nd down. Murray now to throw.
Swings this out here for Cohen.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Murray, one final try. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And the Broncos come up with a late turnover.